favorite host, Nina Gikunda. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Woman Crush Wednesday. Right, today, a very beautiful day. The weather has been beautiful. It's not so cold. It's not so hot. We are glad and we are grateful to be alive. We are grateful for good health. Unaendeleaje? How has your week been so far? We managed to come to the end of September. Finally, it's a new month. Unafeel aje? How is the new month for you? What are some of the resolutions that you have achieved so far? It's been 10 months in. So what are some of the things you've achieved? The things you wrote at the beginning of this year. How are you doing? How are you faring on? Talk to us. Our social media platforms are at KUTV Kenya on Facebook, KUTV_Kenya on Twitter, and at KUTV Kenya on Instagram. I'm very excited for the show today. We have a lot lined up just for you, as per usual, right here. We get to entertain and educate you. We get to learn, exchange opinions, hear what you have to say, and hear what we have to say, bring in experts for you. If you're joining us for the first time, Karibu Sana. This is Woman Crush Wednesday, right? Today we're here each and every Wednesday morning from 7 to 10, have plenty of conversations lined up for you. Today we have an artist from the United States of America, goes by the name Delight. Delight is a sensational singer who'll be joining us on a Zoom call in through the show later on, taking us through her new music and her musical journey generally, telling us some of the things she's learned, some of the challenges she's faced, and some of the issues she has. She tends to feel like we don't support women in music, so we'll get to understand her perspective and also maybe hear how we should do things differently, how well we should support women in music, or what we should do more. We also have Clive Lupao from the Shati Rinda campaign. He is also the CEO and the founder of Photo Freak magazine. He has a campaign called Shati Rinda, which goes to enable and strengthen vulnerable children in the society. He'll be taking us through the campaign, what it entails, what it means, what it is for, some of the objectives he has lined up for that particular campaign, and who he is as a person, and his goals and everything that surrounds the Shati Rinda campaign. We also have Clarence Muhoro, who will be joining us as well on a Zoom call later on. He's the Youth Investors Africa team leader, the Youth Network and networking events. He will be taking us through that. They have an event upcoming, or a dinner upcoming for young entrepreneurs and young investors. So he will be taking us through the plan of that particular event, how we can participate, what we are to gain, and the reason why you should be a young investor and why you as a young person should participate in being an entrepreneur, or rather young entrepreneurship, and why you should attend this particular event, to get to network, meet new people. We are told your network is equivalent to your net worth. So the better your network, the better your net worth. Think about it. We also have a beauty hack with Ashley Asachi. You get to look at facials. How well do you take care of your face? How well do you do facials? Most especially this question leans mostly towards the men. We know women take care of their faces. You'll go to a woman's house. Let me use myself as an example, and there is plenty of skincare products in their space. But then we have this particular joke whereby we know men will use one towel and a brand of soap for everything, but their skin will glow. But then, do they also take care of their faces? Is this just a myth that we need to demystify? Do men do facials? Do men, do they tone? Do they mask? Do they scrub? Do they do these things? Do they take care of their face? Do they go through all these steps? You need to steam your face. You need to mask. You need to scrub. You need to wear a peel-off mask. If you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. But do the men understand? I don't think so. Because of that, join Ashley Asachi later on in the show. We will be looking at facials on Beauty Hack. So please stay tuned. And to the men out there, this question especially goes out to you. But to the women as well, you also welcome to chip in your skincare routine. So share with us your skincare routine. What do you do to make your face glow? What do you do to ensure that your skin is healthy, your skin is doing well? Well, aside from the obvious one that we all should participate in, drink a lot of water, plenty of water, and a lot of fruits. That is the number one skincare routine. But then we have now the external things, the products that we use to enhance our skin's health. So Chip in, let us know what it is you do to take care of your skin and to ensure that you're doing well. Your skin is doing well, it's thriving, you're glowing, and we can see it. So that's is what we have prepared for you right here. Thank you once again for joining us. Once again, our social media platforms are at KUTV Kenya on Facebook, KUTV Kenya on Instagram, and at KUTV_Kenya on Twitter. If you'd like to talk to me personally, I go by Wangari_Gikunda across all social media platforms. I will be coming back to you with the traffic updates after this short break. Welcome back. We get our traffic updates on Twitter from @Mathiroot. So if you have any information or if you'd like to look up any information, you should always check out @Mathiroot, MA3ROUTE. Make sure to also tag us if you have any useful information that you think is needed to be shared to the world. So if you are to the country. So if you have any useful information, make sure to tag @KUTV_Kenya on Twitter and @Mathiroot on Twitter. Thika Road looks like traffic on Thika Road. It's slow, but it's moving from driving all the way to around Muthaiga. We also have Outer Ring Road is moving between Donholm and Kangundo Road interchange. And what is happening on Magadi Road past Total Petrol Station towards Catholic University? There is so much traffic. If you are around Magadi Road, right past Total Petrol Station towards Catholic University, please let us know what is happening and what is the cause of traffic around that space. There's also a question that's been aired out to people. Do the fuel prices affect traffic? And we use a case of Thika Road. You would expect less or more vehicles dependent on fuel prices. Yes, I would like to think that when the fuel is a bit pricier or when the price of fuel is higher, there should be lesser vehicles on the road. But then let us know, you would expect less or more vehicles dependent on fuel prices. But do you think it is practical? Talk to us and let us know whether it's a practical example. We've gotten the answer. A lorry has fallen along Magadi Road immediately after Catholic University, and that is the reason as why there's a lot of traffic on Magadi Road. That is the cause of traffic around that area. There's also a question, what needs to be done to reduce the traffic at Muthaiga, because the traffic is normally too much in the morning? What should be done? Because there's a lot of roads that are most roads are exiting from there. There's Muthaiga Kiambu Road, there's Thika Road, and there's Outer Ring, and that stretch is now where you get towards Muthaiga. So what should be done around that area? So keep sending in your feedback and let us know what is going on around your roads. Mombasa Road, Langata Road, Moyaki Way. Keep sending in your feedback and let us know what the roads near you look like. We'll be coming back to you after this short break with the news updates. thank you so much for joining us up until this far. If you're just tuning in, Karibu Sana. This is Woman Crush Wednesday. Rise today. I asked you a question earlier. Today we have beauty hack and we get to look at facials. And I threw a question to you. What do you do to make sure your skin is thriving? What do you do to make sure your skin is healthy, your skin is glowing, your skin is doing well? Well, you obviously get to know that you're not okay through your skin. Sometimes through your skin you get rashes, your skin is rough, your skin is uneven, you have hyperpigmentation, but some of those things are caused because you don't take care of your skin. But then, what do you do to take good care of your skin? How well do you take care of your skin? How well do you... People say the skin is an investment, and I agree. There's the kawaida, like I said, there's the kawaida thing that everyone is required to do. It is everywhere. Water and fruits. How well do you consume your vitamins? How well do you drink your water? What do you do to take care of your skin? Now, aside from drinking enough water and eating fruits regularly, if possible every day, what else do you do for your skin? Do you have skincare products? Do you have a skincare routine whereby you wash your face? To the ladies who wear your makeup, you get home, you clean off your makeup, you cleanse, you tone, you mask, you steam your face. All these things, it's normally a process. To the men as well, I'm also aware that after shaving, these the things you're supposed to do to maintain your skin to avoid rashes and ingrown hairs. These things you should do, yeah? So to everyone out there, what is your skincare routine? How well do you take care of your skin? What do you do to ensure your skin is healthy? Yeah? Share with us your skincare routine. If you just drink water, tell us you just drink water. If you just consume fruits and water, tell us that. If you have an entire routine like some of us, please share as well. Let us know on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is what I do for my skin. Let us know. Our social media platforms are at KUTV Kenya on Facebook, KUTV Kenya on Instagram, and at KUTV_Kenya on Twitter. As I await your feedback, I will be getting back to you with the news updates. Karibu Sana, and into the news updates for today. The National Parliament and the Senate yesterday held their first official sitting after a joint opening session by President William Ruto on Thursday. Kericho Senator Aaron Cheriot and his Kilifi counterpart Stewart Madzayo were named majority and minority leaders respectively. On the other hand, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, suspended the naming of majority-minority leaders after a heated debate erupted between members of the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza on which side has the majority in Parliament.
Respective houses, ready for the first plenary sitting. As anticipated, the debate between which side had the majority in both houses taking center stage here, with those of the Azimio in the National Assembly categorically stating that they were the majority in accordance with the law, with their counterparts challenging them to table the party agreement before the House. However, Speaker Wetangula suspended the naming of the majority and minority leadership stalemate, stating that the matter pertaining to the House leadership needed time before a decision could be made on who between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza would assume their different roles.
Election as a Speaker with 13th National Assembly.
In the Senate, Speaker Amason Kingi rejected attempts by Azimio to challenge the Kenya Kwanza's majority status on the floor of the House, when the Azimio senators claimed that the Kenya Kwanza ceased to be the majority coalition following the resignation of Moses Wetangula as Bungoma senator and the nomination of 2 senators to the cabinet by President William Ruto. The Speaker, however, went ahead and named Kericho Senator Aaron Cheriot as the majority leader, deputized by Nakuru Senator Tabitha Karanja. Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale was named majority whip and will now be deputized by his Samburu counterpart Steve Lelagwa as deputy majority whip. Kilifi Senator Stewart Madzayo and his counterpart Enoch Wambua have been named minority and deputy minority leaders respectively. Respective senators were also approved to serve in the Senate Business Committee. The legislatures are expected to meet tomorrow to determine the way forward before approval of members to serve on various committees. For KUTV, I am Eugene Mayabi.
Following the death of Jackson Roriani, elder brother to the able deputy president, yesterday, he was buried at his home in Hiriga Village, Mathera constituency, Nyeri County. The late Roriani passed away on September 24th after he suffered from a heart attack. President Ruto led the mourners to comfort his close partner's family. He recognized Jackson Roriani as a hard-working, generous, a volunteer, and a great team builder of the nation. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua reminisced how he spent quality time with his brother during the inauguration ceremony last month and recognized him as generous since at one time he paid his school fees.
He insisted that human beings were also natural things. The time, I believe, is drawing near when everybody will appreciate the climate crisis and Kenya's energy advantage, as my father did.
The man lying here with us, Jack Roriani, was the eldest among all the sons of the late Mother Kirigo and Zen Hashim Gachagua. He's a man that we all hold in highest esteem as a family. Our parents, the late Zen Hashim Gachagua Roriani and his wife, Mother, popularly known as Marina, were peasant farmers and excellent fighters. And when they came from the forest, unlike today, they did not know about insurance. What they did about education, they came up with an insurance scheme to make sure that their children go to school. And that insurance scheme by my parents and all other people of that time was a masterstroke. What those parents will do is get as many children, educate a few, and the few to educate the rest.
Poleni sana kwa kumpoteza huyu ndugu yetu. Tunajua ya kwamba yeye amekuwa ni mtu wa muhimu sana katika familia hii. Vile tumeambiwa, alishughulika na mambo ya familia hii. Alishughulika na mambo ya masomo ya familia hii. Mumesikia naibu wetu wa rais akisema alimsaidia kwa masomo ama kumlipia karo ya shule. Alifanya mchango wake kama Mkenya. Tumesikia mahali alifanya kazi. Tumesikia hata mara ya mwisho alikuwa anafanya kazi hapa ya kuhakikisha kwamba mambo ya irrigation katika mambo yetu ya kilimo. Kwa hivyo huyu ni Mkenya ambaye ametoa mchango wake katika familia na katika taifa lake.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. And we thank him for educating for us, our deputy president. What can we say? Moving forward, President Ruto yesterday made a speech on the development manifesto at Deputy President Gachagua's elder brother's funeral. Ruto, accompanied by the First Lady, Rachel Ruto, and other senior government officials, arrived to comfort Gachagua's family, where he aired his nation development agenda.
At the burial ceremony of Jackson Roriani Gachagua on Tuesday, October 4th, President William Ruto arrived in Nyeri for the first tour as president, accompanied by his allies, where he expressed Kenya's development agenda. In his speech, the president promised to lower shillings 3,500 to at least shillings 2,500, hence boosting production, saying that farmers won't be left behind in the development even after the prices of fertilizers were brought down 2 weeks ago from Kenya shillings 6,500.
Ile budget tuko nayo sasa inatufanya tukope karibu shilingi bilioni 900. Na hiyo kukopa lazima tuanze kuipunguza, kwa kwa sababu tunaweka madeni makubwa kwa wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya, na hasa kwa wale ambao watafuata baadaye. Lazima tuanze safari ya kupunguza madeni kwa Wakenya. Saa hizi deni la Kenya limefika karibu trilioni 10.
Following the huge debt of around 10 trillion overlaying on the country, Dr. Ruto promised to drive a new budget to the parliament next month. The budget's planning and finance allocation will aid to lower this debt and as well as avoid loaning from the world grantors.
Ndio mimi nimesema juzi, budget hii tuliyo nayo nataka kwanza tupunguze bilioni 300. Tuondoe zile vitu ambazo zinaweza kungoja, ili tupange kwanza tukamilishe barabara ambazo zimeanzishwa, tukamilishe mambo ya maji ambayo yameanzishwa, tukamilishe zile vitu ambazo zitatusaidia, na pia tuweke pesa katika mambo ya kilimo ili tuweze kuzalisha chakula, tupunguze hii gharama ya maisha ambayo imepanda katika taifa letu la Kenya.
The government will now be able to concentrate on the existing development initiatives, including roads construction, universal health coverage, and water projects. The burial camps, SDP Rigathi Gachagua buried his other brother.
In other news, an association of Embu County University students has called on both the county and the national government to intervene and bring to an end female genital mutilation practices in the county. The students are advocating for tough punishment against the perpetrators of the illegal vice.
A section of university students from the Embu County Campus Students Organization has urged the national government and the county government to take tough action against Embu residents who continue to subject girls to female genital mutilation. Despite all of the precautions put in place by the government to combat FGM, the students claim that the practice is still prevalent in most regions of Embu County.
FGM will keep on either lowering the self-esteem of the ladies, and again, they will make these students drop out of school. Because at some point, when FGM is practiced, these people either they are damaged in some way. Others will find they can't even concentrate in schools. So we ask the government of Kenya, in collaboration with the county government of Embu, to take action in those areas where FGM is practiced.
According to a report by UNICEF in Kenya, around 4 million or 1 in 5 women and girls have been subjected to FGM. In some communities, this rises as high as 94%. Although overall, these numbers have declined over recent years, they remain much too high.
At some point, we'll acknowledge the laws are there, but at some point, they're not enforced or followed to the latter. So, at the end of the day, we can still have some motions in Parliament where they can enhance these things and strongly amend them to cover these parts and to at least protect women.
Students and stakeholders at the University of Embu have urged the government to adopt a multi-agency campaign against FGM in order to eradicate it not only in Embu County, but throughout Kenya. For KUTV, I am Teresia Maluki.
I'm still waiting for you to send me your feedback in regards to today's question of the day. As we move into continuing the news, residents of Gatito area of Thika Town in Kiambu County are raising complaints over the ownership of the public cemetery land as claimed by 3 private developers. According to the residents, who are sand sellers, they claim the land is a public property and vowed not to let go.
Trouble is brewing over a 50-acre piece of land that has over the years been used as a public cemetery at Gatito area of Thika Town, Kiambu County. Private developers who are alleged to have interest in the land have come forward in a bid to grab this land that residents claim is theirs. This comes after a court order was given to have the residents evacuate the land. According to Maina Mundia, the chairperson of more than 100 sand sellers, they started their operations as grave diggers before shifting to sand selling, which they have done for a long time.
Hapa nilikuja mwaka wa 1998, sasa niko karibu more than 25 years hapa. Na ile kazi sasa, tulianza na kazi ya kupewa kazi ya kuchimbia watu, tunawazika hapo. Lakini baadaye juzi kuna mwenye alitokea tu ghafla. Na tuko wengi, tuko watu 106 wenye wako registered kwa sako yenye serikali ilituambia tujiunge, na tulijiunga, tuliregister 2000.
His remarks were echoed by David Kiguru, who has lived in Thika for over 4 decades, calling for public participation before the land is taken away by the developers.
Lai kaburi hata serikali inajua. Hata serikali ya Kanjo inajua. Hii ni kaburi. Na iliwekwa inaweka watu wapi? Huku. Hata ule mwingine, hata ulo. Hata serikali ile ilikuwa ya mbele ya Nyayo. Bado ilikuwa inajua hapa ni kaburi.
The sand sellers, on the other hand, are worried that the possible eviction could render them jobless.
Na ndio sababu sisi kama watu wadogo tuliamua kukuja hapa kufanya kazi kuliko kwenda kufanya mambo ambayo haistahili. Kwa hivyo tunaomba gavana wetu wa Matangi na MP wetu Alice, tunawaomba wakuje watusaidie kwa hii mambo ambayo tumeingiliwa tidiposa tutoke mahala hapa.
This is not the first incident of land grabbing in Kiambu County. In 2020, the former Member of Parliament for Thika Town, Patrick Wainaina, wrote a letter to the outgoing Cabinet Secretary for Land, Farida Karonei, requesting her to intervene and settle the issue of grabbing of public land in the constituency. Reporting for KUTV, my name is Shadrach Simiyu.
Siaya Governor James Orengo yesterday sent some chief officers and the county secretary on compulsory leave to pave way for an independent audit of the county's financial transactions and human resource. He spoke this during the task force's inauguration, which is being presided over by former Auditor General Edward Ouko.
A section of Siaya County officials have been sent on compulsory leave by Siaya County government following a move by the County Governor James Orengo to pave way for an independent audit of the county's financial transactions and human resource. Orengo said the move was made to foster a conducive environment for the task force's work, as well as support for the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and other investigative agencies in carrying out their responsibilities free from obstruction.
In a fortnight or so after the Deputy Governor and I assumed office, we found the state of finances in Siaya County deplorable, both in terms of financial management and fiscal reporting.
However, he added that all of the officers placed on compulsory leave will need to be present whenever the task force and other state authorities handling the case need them.
I'm asking you to provide us with protection and security for members of the task force.
Orengo revealed that the state of the Siaya County finances made the decision to implement the measures necessary. He voiced alarm about reports that some people suspected to be parts of the cartel that has been robbing the county government were already contacting task force members and threatening them with unspecified consequences. For KUTV, I am Susan Wayaki.
Leading insurance broker Zamara Group has announced plans to invest 100 million Kenyan shillings to upgrade its digital capabilities and customer service. The company said the program includes upgrades in its operations and technology, including launching a new online aggregator platform dubbed eZamara that will have a full range of insurance and investment products.
eZamara is our portal that enables any Kenyan to purchase insurance very simply, very easily, to be able to look at different insurance products, compare them, see what the prices are, get advice, have access to a knowledge platform to be able to understand the importance of insurance, life cycle risks, and at the click of a button to be able to access insurance, pensions, as well as investment products in a short space of time.
Moving on, the Kenya Revenue Authority has increased its electronic seals for cargo tracking as activities increase in Mombasa ports. KRA Southern Region Coordinator Joseph Tanui said they have increased the number of the seals from about 8,000 to 14,400.
Speaking during the launch of the Taxpayers Month and Customer Service Week at the Mombasa KRA headquarters, the KRA Southern Region Coordinator Joseph Tonui said that KRA has been able to add the number of seals from about 8,000 to 14,400. KRA has also developed an online system for allocating the seals, moving away from the manual process, which he said was prone to corruption.
That area we are doing quite well. There was some challenge in terms of the number of seals, which was causing a bit of some delay, but we've been able to add the number of seals. I think, if I'm not wrong, how many are there now, Rosemary? About 12,000?
According to Tonui, through the implementation of the Regional Electronic Cargo Tracking System, RECT, and the Single Customs Territory, KRA has not only enhanced trade within Kenya's boundary, but also with the East African community.
Again, we are also trying to roll out the program under the approved economic operators. You know, the bigger importers, the bigger clearing agents. We give them the green channel based on their history of declaration.
Tonui added that the implementation of RECT and the scanner management system at the port had reduced the cost of doing business in the industry and greatly enhanced service delivery by improving the efficacy and transparency of their services. The scanner system was non-intrusive and reduced congestion since consignments were being scanned at the port, but analysts were located in different locations and not having to be physically in Mombasa.
Of course, for our transit goods, we have the electronic cargo tracking system, which is not a Kenyan system. It's for all the countries within the region. And the issue is to monitor trade across the corridor.
The KRA Southern Region contributes about 30% of the national taxes, mostly through the port of Mombasa, and has been surpassing their targets in the last 2 financial years. Jacqueline Wanjiru, KUTV.
Thank you so much for joining us up until this far. We have come to the end of our news updates for today, which also I just remembered to wish you all a happy customer service week. If you are a service provider out there, happy customer service week. But I have a question. Customer service week is meant to celebrate who exactly? Are we celebrating the customer or are we celebrating the service provider? Who exactly are we supposed to celebrate by Customer Service Week? Anyway, as you answer me, because it's a question that I have gotten a lot, I have some feedback from you. We have Ashley Asachi. Nina, good morning. Looking stunning on this first Wednesday of the month. Keeping it locked from Gong Road. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing what you have prepared for us on Beauty Hack on facials as well. We have Karen Blessing, who's our host for Art and Culture Monday. Good morning, Nina. Watching from Roosters. Looking forward to the guests of the day. Thank you so much, Karen. Speaking of guests, we have Clarence Muhoro prepared for us. He is the Youth Investors Africa team leader who will be joining us on a Zoom call in a few. He'll be talking about the youth network and networking events whereby we have a bunch of young investors networking, exchanging ideas, a platform whereby we have young investors, which also leads me to the question, as a young person, do you have an investment plan? What plan do you have for yourself in the years to come? Do you believe in the power of investments as well? And if you do, what are you doing about it? Clarence will be taking us through the journey and also the event that he has planned out this October in regards to the youth network and networking events. So stay tuned for that. We will be coming back to you after this short break.
Tunakula usiku, tuachane na break kwanza, tuende lunch. Chapo. Kama mokimo.
Rasha piga shada kuna giza, sikinai tujinai siweke story. Kata maji pia shada liko nasio nikosa msupo si stress. Kama rende kisha basi nipe. Najua ni
big up, brother, ukiwa Adriva, big up, sis, big up, shows, mama, big ups, oya, wase wote, okay, my principal, big up.
Whatever me say no, I know, no, I know, dancing meshika mashinani, kila choche kila mtaani, dancing naleta burudani.
This is
Motocross is a form of off-road motorcycling held in enclosed road circuits. In Kenya, most of the races are held at the Jamhuri grounds. In today's episode of The Future, we focus on young motocross enthusiasts from Kenya and neighboring Uganda.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on Law Matters.
We are going to roast the chicken as whole as it is, so we call it a family platter roasted chicken which has been marinated, and we are going to serve it together with roasted potatoes and a dip. That is the first one. Then the second one, we're going to make a salad out of the same chicken. We're going to make a salad that is going to be served with a dressing that has the concept of Italy, so it's called the Italian classic dressing.
Welcome back. Like I mentioned earlier, we have Clarence Muhoro with us. He's here to take us through the journey of being a young investor, how he got into young investment, and the fact that he's a team leader for Young Investors Africa, how everything works, the reason as to why you should have an investment as a young person, how to go about everything. Right before I preempt it, good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I am excited to be here with all of you guys, and it's an honor to be here today. And so I'm Clarence Muhoro. I am an entrepreneur, investor, and a Christian. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you with us this morning. Maybe take us through Young Investors Africa. What is Young Investors Africa?
And Young Investors Africa is a company, a limited liability company that has the purpose of getting young people to create wealth through investment. And so I am a finance guy. And so what we do is we guide you in your financial journey on how to invest, not only in the financial markets, but how to even invest in circles, money-back life insurance. So you have a very comprehensive investment plan, because we believe that the biggest multiplier of money is time. And when you are young, you have time. So that is when to start, and then I will help you grow that and help you succeed in growing your money.
Where did your dream for being, a coach in young investment start? Where did it grow from?
It goes all the way to primary school, where my dad told me about a term called financial analyst. And I think I said I wanted to be that, and I manifested that. And I used to love business, and so did business in primary school, did this in high school. I was very good at math. I was the best in math in everywhere I went to. And so being in university, I did finance. Actually, I changed my course twice. And so when I reached finance, I knew that's what I wanted. And I reached a point where I was passionate about finance, where I was running a business. Over the holidays, I used to work in businesses. Basically, I went to work for free in Absa Life Assurance Kenya. That was in the financial markets. And at the same time, I was learning for the first time how to invest in these financial markets. And so what happened was that I had the 360-degree angle of investments, where number one, I am learning in school about investments and finance and what to look for. I am working in a company that is in the financial markets over the holidays. I am running a small business, so I'm looking at it as a business owner and how to manage my finances and what is necessary for me to invest well, for my business to grow. And so that gave me the 360-degree angle of being an investor, being an employee, and also being a business owner. And so by the time I was finishing my small attachment, what I did was that I started a club in university called SIU Investors Club, where our purpose was to make a difference through increasing financial literacy. And when COVID hit, it was the best time to invest. And so my friend told me, Clarence, I want you to help me learn how to invest fully. And so when that happened, and I made a course for him. I charged him only 500 shillings. He was like, no, Clarence, this is too good. I even paid more. And so that was our journey from 2020, and we built up on that. And now we've done 11,000 students. We've been blessed to do so much and to grow. So that's how it started.
11,000 is such a big number. But I'm curious, how easy do you think it is for young people to get into investments?
It's very easy. It's very easy because nowadays with the kind of platforms we have, global platforms, we have a lot of information that is out there. You only need $10 to access any investment, no matter it being Kenyan shares, it being cryptocurrencies, it being global shares. You just need 1,000 shillings. Even for money market funds, it's as affordable as that, even up to 100 shillings. So the key thing is educating yourself first, like because we say when you know better, you can do better. So when you know better, you can invest better. So it's very simple. You just need to increase our financial literacy, which is something that is very important and we need to cultivate from high school. And so I believe it's easy. We need to educate ourselves and then go for it. We are young. This is our time. We are young. We need to optimize opportunities and learn new things, learn new skills, one of them being financial wellness and financial literacy.
Speaking of financial literacy, earlier on you've spoken about money markets. I'm sure you know that most young people are normally a little bit skeptical about joining the money market, mostly because we don't have every aspect of information, we need to identify what particular area of money market is good enough for us. So how should you, or how can you, or how can I, a young person, tell that this is the market I can afford, and this is the market I should maybe try, and I will be sure that maybe if I try this, it will give me profits?
That's a very good question. You see, now there usually are different, there usually a myriad of investments that you can take. And so being someone wise, the first thing you need to do is you need to educate yourself. You need to understand, okay, there are shares I can invest in. I can invest in Forex, which is very high risk. I can invest in bonds, which have no risk at all. I can invest in circles. I can invest in cryptocurrencies. So once you educate yourself, now you need Najita Mkutano. You tell yourself, okay, what are my goals? Number one, what are my preferences? What investments do I prefer? Number three, what is my risk tolerance? Right? Let's say you don't have a high risk tolerance, as in if you see your money going down 50%, you can collapse. So you just need to know first, okay, I don't want to do Forex. For me personally, I don't do Forex. I know that's not for me. I do shares because I believe they're more safe. I look for high growth companies. So once you do that, once you look at your goals, your preferences, your risk tolerance, your budget and your time frame, are you a long-term or short-term investor? It helps you choose what you want. There are these safe investments that I would say, for example, bonds, government bonds. They are very safe. Right now, you can get an infrastructure bond from the government at 13% with no tax, and that is guaranteed. And it is fully safe. And so if you fear risk, take that. Save in a circle and get high dividends. Buy shares of companies like Safaricom that are very stable, or equity, and those are very safe. Then if you're enterprising and you want to take on more risk, now you can try cryptocurrencies or Forex, but it all comes from self-awareness and understanding what you're doing. So I believe they are all options, just need to look at it. You can even go the money market fund way, where you give it to a wonderful manager like CIC or any other one, and they'll do the investments for you, and then now they will give you a quarterly return, and that's where these companies like Double Capital, those that deal with that are licensed and regulated.
Based on your experience, would you advise a first timer to go short term or long term first?
I would say go short term first, so you see how things are. But it all goes with goals. For me, my long term person, the first shares I actually bought, I've never sold, because we believe in the Warren Buffett philosophy. When you buy something, you buy it for the lifetime because you believe in it long term. But I would say with anything, I would even subscribe to the fact that just take 200 shillings, buy 100 shares of any company in Kenya, with that money, and global companies. Then you tell yourself, I'm now an investor. Okay, this is actually how simple it is. Then now you can build up. So I would say try short term first to understand what you're into, to see how it goes. You have an account, you're seeing markets are moving, you see how it's gone up, it's gone down, and then now go forward. But all in all, it comes down to who are you, what do you like?
Is someone who's probably wondering, 200 shillings, I can buy shares with 200 shillings. Maybe take us through that process of the money. So if I buy shares with 200 shillings, and then what happens next?
Yes, thank you, Angate. Number one, to buy shares, for example, let's start with Kenya. You need to open an account with an investment bank. An investment bank, not a bank, an investment bank. And so there are some like AIB Capital, there is Standard Investment Bank, KCB Capital. So once you open that account, you can access the markets. Their work is now to help you access the markets. They'll maintain your accounts and make sure your shares are well kept. So in Kenya, you need to, in the law is you need to buy a minimum of 100 shares, for example. So we look at Safaricom. Safaricom is at, let's say, 28 shillings. The price you need to pay for Safaricom shares is 28 shillings times 100. You need to 2,800 shillings. If that is too expensive, you can do Cobank. Cobank is 10 shillings. 10 shillings times 100, 1,000. If that's too expensive, you can do KPLC, which is at 1.2 shillings. So you need 120 bob. Or you can do Uchumi at 0.8, you need 80 shillings. So it means that shares are affordable. And now with apps like Vista app, now you can access even global shares at a price of even $10 and own a fraction of a share. You can own a fraction of a Tesla share or an Apple share or any particular company you like. So it is that simple. You just need to open these accounts through regulated entities. And so go check which investment bank can I open an account with. Go open an account, learn more about their fees, and just start. And it's free to open an account. So it's that simple. So with 200 shillings, you can even own almost, I would say almost 100 shares of Puchun, or about 200 shares of KFC, and many others, like Kenyan is at 3-something shillings, some are at 1 shilling. So there are many affordable shares. And also there are very many expensive shares. For example, EABL, wale watu wanapenda kunya Tusker, for example, one share might be going at 150. So it means you need 15,000. That is through local brokers. If you're probably getting other apps where you can own fractional shares, you can probably own a share for 1,000 more. But using the law of 100, you probably require 15,000.
Now, I have a question. You said there are apps. There are apps you can use to identify and regulate your shares.
Yes, the apps you can use to buy and sell your shares. And these apps, you need to use apps that are regulated by the authorities.
Please take us through them. Please take us through some of those apps.
Okay, wonderful. At any point, always use regulated things. When you hear something is regulated, it means that they are under the law and they are being monitored by authorities. So when you're investing, there is a capital markets authority where if I am wronged, or if there is front running, if there is anything, they will come and help out. So once more, for you to own shares, there you can open through an investment bank, and they have apps for trading. For example, you open one with African Investment Bank, and they have the AIB DigiTrader, where you can buy and sell shares. You can open, just go search, go to CMA website and just search licensed trading institute, licensed investment banks. You will find about 15. Sterling Capital, there's Equity, there is Dan Blair Investment Bank, Friday Investment Bank. Take one, open an account with them. Kessel Capital, etc. When you want to do foreign shares, you can look at apps like Vista app, Ndov app, where now they give you access to these markets from Kenya and they are licensed by Kenya. I'm only talking about those licensed in Kenya, which is very, very important. There's Scope markets, there's EGM Securities, Ndovu, which is very, very important. So when you have these applications, they facilitate the buying and selling of shares, because through that you can be able to buy, see the market and sell. Yes.
Now, allow me to ask, if I buy shares as a young person, is a young person allowed to buy shares such as bonds, government bonds? Before you tell us if someone is allowed to buy government bonds, how do government bonds work?
Amazing. I like the question, Wangari. Bonds are simply, I would say, loans. The same way you will take a loan from a bank, let's say for 100,000, and then they tell you we need you to be paying 10,000 every month, and that includes the interest and the repayment. They make an interest probably of 12% per year or 13% on the reducing balance. So a government bond is simply you saying, okay, the government saying, now guys, we need to borrow from you. So it's the same application, but then now they're saying you will borrow from you and you'll pay that 14% or 15% or 10%. So it's vice versa. So government bond is basically a government loan. So the government needs money. We used to call Power Prezo the king of loans. And so basically he would borrow from the public to facilitate a lot of expenditures, because the government relies on that. And so, for example, the government wants to do a big infrastructure project. For example, they want to build low-cost housing for the time being. So what they do is they come to the public and say, guys, we are doing an infrastructure project and we want to take a loan for that project. And so we are requesting you to lend to us at 12% or 13%. And so you as Wangari, you take your 50,000 now per year. So what they do is they tell you we'll be paying you either every 6 months or every 1 year, 12%. So you know every year, Wangari, or every 6 months, every year you're going to be getting 6,000 from them. So they tell you can do that for 10 years. So if you get 6,000 for 10 years, and after 10 years, now they give you back an extra 6,000 plus your 50,000 initial money. So that's how government bonds work. And yes, you can access, as long as you're 18 plus, you can access. If you're below 18, get an adult and you can access it through them. Usually say there's always a way. There are many ways to kill a cat. So it's open to anyone over 18. And in case you're younger, if you have an older brother, if you have your parents, if you have your guardian, if you have your relative, if you have a significant other, no, that one is not right if you're below 18. But you can access it fully.
Now we've looked at the advantages of the investments and the bonds, but then what are some of the risks that they come with?
Oh, the risks. So for government, that's only for government. They have no risk. They are the safest investment in the world. Governments have to pay, especially in the financial markets. It's all like tenders or anything, but when it comes to financial markets, you have to pay. Why? If you give me a loan, if you give me a loan of 50,000 Wangari and make kose kukulipa on time, you never give me a loan again. And I depend on that. So governments all over the world always pay their dues, no matter what, especially in the financial markets. There are these things called corporate bonds. Corporate bonds are the companies are borrowing you. Safaricom is borrowing you, Santam is borrowing you, Nakumatt is borrowing you. Those are companies. Companies can easily fail. And so we saw Nakumatt had borrowed from the public. And I think investors lost up to 300 million because Nakumatt ended up defaulting on these payments. And now they are trying now to sell Nakumatt assets so that it can recover some of that to borrowers. So government bonds have no risk at all. Corporate bonds have very little risk, but they have an element of risk because companies can fall easily. Governments cannot fall easily. The only one that we've seen default, I think, in the last 100 years, has been Greece, if I'm not wrong. And so even here, Africa, the government is unfair. There's always a way for government to earn money. They can always tax their people. They can always borrow again from other entities to repay their loans. So at any point, government bonds are very safe.
All right, you have an upcoming event, the annual dinner that you have on the 7th of October at the Swiss Lenana Mount Hotel, yeah? For the KNCCI Youth in Business?
Yes. So I am a member of KNCCI Youth in Business Attic chapter, a very amazing chapter. Basically, we are young people who meet every Friday, you can imagine, at 7 a.m. in the morning, just to grow each other's businesses. And over the last 13 months, we have done shared business. Basically giving you business, you give me business, and we record it. And we're able to reach about over 20 million plus for the Attic chapter. We have a chapter that has done over 10 million plus, so that million plus in the last 13 months. And so we're having an annual dinner, and the dinner is for us to celebrate our milestones, what we've done over the last 1 year. We've had delegations going to South Korea, having a team that is planning to go to Mauritius. We've had business people exchange business. We've had a lot of bonding trips. We've had a lot of mentors come in. I've had companies come in like MasterCard. We've had ABSA. We've had the mayor of a city in Germany come in to talk to us. A city called Gestafen. We've had so much growth, and so we're celebrating those milestones. Furthermore, it's an opportunity for us to another investment opportunity is because we are launching our own NFTs, and it is a non-fungible token, basically a sort of digital asset. So we're launching our own NFT, and so we'll be launching that. We'll be sharing our strategic plan for the next year. We have a lot of corporates there. We'll be having exhibition booths. So the goal is for us to continue sharing business because we believe your network is your network. And it is an opportunity for us to help you, for us to connect, for us to celebrate, for us to network, share a lot of insights for business because once again, we believe in the power of the young people, and we are really proud of where we have come from and where we are going. So guys, come to the dinner, it will be amazing. Come well dressed. I think through the Attic chapter page on Instagram, you can be able to see the details, how to get a ticket to cover for your dinner, photography, videography. You might have these photo booths that go round and round, and so you have content. You can come with your significant others. Come and have a good time, and then afterwards you can dance. So guys, you're welcome. I want to tell Wangari to come You should come and join us and have a good time.
What page are we supposed to look at on social media?
For our business group, it's called Attic Chapter, ATTIC_chapter. And so there you can find details on the events. You can see what you do. We have a lot of content there, courtesy of our wonderful social media team. You can be able to see where we meet. And so it will be at Swiss Mount Lenana this Friday from 6:30 p.m.
I am curious, what would it take for Wangari, to be a part of the Attic chapter?
I think just being human, just being young, and also just having a desire to be an entrepreneur and to build others. That's very important. We have young professionals who are working, who join us for meetings. The goal is just for us to educate each other, grow each other, and exchange business. And so when you come there, like have 50 ambassadors for your business. For example, you're selling shoes. You have 50 people looking for business for your shoes. And so the goal is just to build each other. And so you're always welcome to come. Apart from the dinner, our meetings are usually free. And then once you come for a number of meetings, you can now become a certified member of the Chambers of Commerce. And when you have a certification, it means that you can export from Kenya. It means that you have access to a larger pool that is in Kenya and also in 212 countries across the world, which are the Chambers of Commerce. And so you can attend high-level meetings. We invited for so many delegations. I was lucky to be invited for the National Financial Inclusion Dialogue. And I went there and I was the only young person in a group of the biggest financial companies, fintech companies. We had Safaricom there, we had KCB, we had Bill Gates Foundation. And you're like, through this community, through this being part of Chambers of Commerce, I can access such opportunities that are not privileged to everyone.
Interesting. So there is no fee that I'm supposed to pay or that any other individual is supposed to pay in order to join the Attic chapter?
To join the Attic chapter, you have no fee you need to do for meetings. To be a member of KCCI, there is a cost of 3,500 Kenyan shillings per year. That is for you to be certified, be a certified member. So you can come to Attic and join us, and then after a number of sessions, you can now do the 3,500, and that is a yearly fee. That is, if you do the math, it's like 170 per month. So it's very, very low figure.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Clarence. We're really, really grateful. And thank you for the knowledge that you've shared with us, yes?
Yes.
We're looking forward. I'd love to attend the dinner that will be there this coming Friday. Thank you so much for joining us and equally for sharing with us the amount of knowledge that you've shared with us. Personally, I've learned a lot in regards to buying shares and government bonds. I've always wanted to understand the concept around it, so we are really, really grateful. I really do hope that everyone else has gotten to learn something. Maybe a parting shot, something you can say to the audience right before we wind up, and also please do share with us your social media platforms.
For me, is to invite you once more to the dinner and to join our community. It's going to be phenomenal. The growth there is tremendous. My call to action to young people is, guys, put God first, follow your dreams, push. I have a friend and he said the theme for the year is 2 F's, and that is fucking fight, meaning that we need just to keep fighting. If you lose, it's okay, but you still fought. So let's fight for our future. Let's be the best you can be. To connect further, just check out Instagram, Clarence _Muhoro, for YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Clarence Muhoro. If you want to check out Young Investors Africa, check out the_investors_space, and also F1_space, because you have a Formula 1 business. And you can connect, know each other better. But it's been an honor to speak to you, Wangari. You're a very amazing journalist. You share the same name as Mom. And so I wish you the best. Thanks so much, KTV. It's been a pleasure. And see you guys at the dinner.
Thank you so much, Clarence. Really, really appreciate. Looking forward to seeing you this Friday for the dinner. Really, really grateful. We've come to the end of the conversation. Have yourself a lovely, lovely day.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of the conversation we had with Clarence. I do hope you've learned something. I personally have grasped quite a lot. So thank you so much. We'll be coming back to you after this short break with Clive Lupao from the Shati Rinda campaign. See you after this short break. Also keep sending in your feedback. Our social media platforms are at KUTV Kenya on Facebook, KUTV_Kenya on Twitter, and at KUTV Kenya on Instagram. Right before we get into the break, I'd love to read some feedback from Ashley Asachi. I think Customer Service Week should celebrate the customer because the company will have run down if no clients showed up to their premises. Our monies keep going in the long run. Well, that makes sense. You also have Maria Manu loving the show. I am tuned in from Embakasi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not touch that dial. We will be coming back with Clive Lupao after the short break.
KUTV, in conjunction with Kenyatta University Funeral Home, is now offering death announcements immediately following on news bulletins at 7 p.m. At this sorrowful time, as you share in your grief, allow us to communicate your announcement of your loved one on KUTV in both Kiswahili and English. For more details, kindly inquire at the KU Funeral Home Service Desk or call 0736 928 380 or dial 020-359-9054.
Driving and riding without incidences on the road is such an amazing experience. But do you know while many road traffic crashes are avoidable, human behavior continues to be the leading cause. Speeding, lane indiscipline, drunk driving, distracted driving, failure to wear a helmet, and failure to use available pedestrian ways have been flagged by NTSA as the fatal 6 behaviors likely to lead to a fatal crash and serious injuries. As part of the Usalama Barabarani campaign, we request all road users to prevent these fatal 6 behaviors for their own safety and that of others. When driving, ensure your speed is within the stipulated limits. The road ahead is clear before overtaking. Stick to your lane. Keep left unless carefully overtaking. You're well rested if driving on long distances, and you never drink and drive. Usalama Barabarani starts with you. Fika Salama. This message is brought to you by the National Transport and Safety Authority and the European Union.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
People pass vuguvugu. People pass ni idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Welcome to Children's Corner. Welcome to
Children's Corner.
Children's
Corner.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back once again. If you're just joining us, this is Woman Crush Wednesday, Rise Today. I am your very able host, Nina Gikunda. Like I said earlier, we have Clive Lupao, the founder of Photo Freak magazine. He'll be taking us through his Shati Rinda campaign. But right before that, I'd like to say thank you for your feedback and thank you for everything. This show goes by the name Woman Crush Wednesday, which only goes to say we have to celebrate someone, a powerful woman in the society, doing some tremendous things to change and make the world a better place. After His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto officially announced Susan Nakumincha Wafula as the new Cabinet Secretary for Health, she will soon move into Afya House. The incoming Health Cabinet Secretary expected to take over from Mutahi Kagwe, who oversaw the nation during the coronavirus pandemic. The Health CS may be defined as a woman who wears several hats in her professional career or her professional life, according to her LinkedIn page. Honorable Susan Wafula has extensive experience working under donor guidelines such as USAID and international programs. She also has expertise in the procurement of pharmaceuticals such as drugs for tuberculosis, HIV and AIDS, and malaria. She has expertise in the purchase of medical supplies, office supplies, printing, projects, logistics, and consulting services. She had previously worked as the Nairobi Women's Hospital procurement and logistics manager. She worked as the purchasing manager of the Mission for Essential Drugs and Supplies from 2007 all the way to 2013. Between 2007 and 2009, she worked for the same company as the Warehouse Operations Officer. She worked for AAR Healthcare Limited as the pharmacy manager of the branch of the Kisumu branch between September 2006 and August 2007. She held the position of head of supply for the Global Program for Research and Training at the University of California, San Francisco, the UCSF, before being appointed to Ruto's government. Susan Wafula holds a pharmacy diploma from KMTC, as well as a healthcare management diploma from the Kenya Institute of Management. She graduated with a master's degree in supply chain management, logistics, and procurement in 2012. Despite her commendable work experience, in 2022 August 9th general elections, she vied for the Trans Nzoia Women Representative seat on a Ford Kenya party ticket, where she also served as the national vice chairperson for the youth, women, and children, but unsuccessfully lost it to Lillian Sio. We'd like to appreciate this particular woman. She's doing a tremendous job. Hopefully, we wait to see what she has prepared for us in the next coming 5 years as the CS of Health. Let's see whether she will outdo what Mutahi Kagwe did for us. And as we women like to say, what a man can do, a woman can do better. So we celebrate her as the Woman Crush Wednesday of our day today. Back to the show today, we have Clive Lupao, founder of Photo Freak magazine. He is here to talk to us about his Shati Rinda campaign and all the tremendous things he has done in the fashion industry, you know, the campaigns and many other things that he has done. I have here. I would like him to preempt it by himself, so do not touch that dial. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for joining us. With me, I have Clive Lupao. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You've got us. I was trying to tell Clive how interesting it is to host someone you've known.
Yeah.
I once participated in the Photo Freak
competition
in 2020.
Yeah.
Right before we get into that, who is Clive Lupao?
Thank you for having me. First, I would like to begin by congratulating our Woman Crash Wednesday today, Dr. Susan Nahumicha, as you have said and outlined her achievements in the industry and her recent appointment to the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and to all other women who have been appointed as cabinet secretaries. We wish you all the best, and we look forward to you serving our country to the best of your ability.
True.
So thank you for having me once again. Clive Lupao is an entrepreneur. Clive Lupao is a young person who is enthusiastic about society, is enthusiastic about leadership, is enthusiastic about creating opportunities for young people, is enthusiastic about going out there to find that which many people do not go to look for. And I am always happy to bring back my hand to the table for everybody to enjoy. Yeah.
Clive you're also a computer scientist, you're a startup consultant, you are also a managing director at the Thirsty Shona Textiles.
Yes.
That name caught my eye. Why Thirsty Shona? What does Thirsty Shona mean?
Yeah, so as you've said, Photo Freak magazine is a fashion and lifestyle magazine that I began together with a few friends of mine back in campus. And Photo Freak has grown tremendously since 2016. And in some time, 2021, it gave birth to Thirsty Shona Textiles as a result of a business plan competition that we took part in immediately after doing the top 20 under 23 models in Kenya competition. We took part in a grant competition that was organized by the World Bank. And in our business plan competition, of course, in our business plan, we outlined growth. It was either you submit an existing business idea, an existing business that you want to expand, or a new business idea that you want to begin. And so we were lucky enough to put in our application to expand and grow Photo Freak magazine to become a textile and apparel production center, which we did. And lucky for us, and we were able to set up the business after getting the grant funding. We have a production center in Western Kenya. So Thirsty Shona Textiles is inspired by many things. I am also in many other spaces. I am a fisherman. I do a lot of things to do with the water bodies and the blue economy, and having achieved or having gotten lucky to get this funding at a time when I was pursuing a blue economy course and I was interacting a lot with fishermen. I thought, why not come up with a name that also tells the journey of what I'm going through right now, my current space or my current projects that I'm working on. So I came up with Thirsty, of course, to show that you're thirsty for fashion, you're thirsty for new designs, you're thirsty for growth in the fashion industry, and of course Shona is a Swahili word for tailoring. So Thirsty Shona Textiles just basically tries to say that we are thirsty for bringing out the best designs, new ideas, the best designs in fashion, and just growing the industry. Yeah.
Wow. Now there was also the Shati Rinda campaign.
Yeah.
What is the Shati Rinda campaign?
So when you have a business or when you have a corporate organization, it is always the responsibility, I believe, of corporate organizations to come up with initiatives to give back to society. I know that we started the Shati Rinda campaign less than a year after we had begun operations in Western Kenya. But the plight that we see every day, the plight that we interact with every day when you see it, of course, in society, of course, we set up a production center in a kind of a rural setting, and we see every day the challenges that parents go through. We see the economy. As a business person, a startup, building a startup, you also get to feel the pinch of the economy when inflation is coming up, things are becoming even more expensive. So you said, now that we have so many tailors, we have so many tailoring machines, we have access to fabric in the industry, why don't we find something to give back to society? And then we said, yes, I know that part of the things that we do is tailoring. We do uniforms for corporate organizations, for schools. We said, let us find a project that demonstrates who we are, that is in our line of production, that is in our line of activity. So we went to the schools. We did a survey in October last year. We went around schools in villages just to try and see the level of poverty, the level of impact that a proper school uniform can have in the performance of a child. And we interacted with the parents, we interacted with the school administration. They told us about how some students do not have proper school uniform, and they fail to come to school because of that. How some students do not have clothing, they do not have even a place to stay. So we said our only immediate place of intervention is being able to provide proper school uniform for these kids. So we began the campaign, which is a last mile uniform donation program of school uniforms to school-going children from needy families in Kenya.
So basically the Shatirinda campaign is just basically to provide uniforms, good quality uniforms to vulnerable school-going children.
Exactly, mostly in the rural areas and in the arid and semi-arid areas in Kenya, which is the areas that are most affected by poverty levels. Yeah.
What is the team? What does the team behind Now Shatirinda campaign look like?
Yeah, the team is a team of dedicated tailors, a team of researchers, a team of community engagement leaders, who give us information about the current situation in the schools around them. And they come to us, they give us reports of school dropouts, of cases, they invite us to visit schools that they think are really, really needy. And of course, we have a long list of schools that we want to go to, schools that we want to impact. We also get reports from social media or reports from mainstream television, and we set out a budget. So we set out 10% of all our income towards this campaign. And the team is ready. The team is willing. We have already done 5 schools. We have already tailored uniforms, over 200 uniforms for 5 schools. And we've already begun donation. We've gone to 2 schools. We've given out the uniforms. We can see the happiness. We can see the joy of that child when they put on that new uniform.
Yes.
And you can see we've been going back to the schools for reports, collection of data. How has this student been performing after the donation? Is it improving their outlook in school? What impact is it even having to the rest of the parents? Are they feeling encouraged to provide for this child?
So moving forward, do you have the intention to expand to the rest of the country?
Yes, of course. Being a startup, we are not able to do all the schools or the entire country because we have a small revenue stream. And that's why we came up with this top 20 under 25.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask what is the relationship between the top 20 under 25 and the Shatirinda campaign?
Yeah, so like I said, we came from a fashion magazine to a textile production company. The fashion magazine is still running, and having the experience of the industry and the models and the fashion designers, we said, why don't we come up with a model that can be able to raise more funds for this campaign? So we said we organize a top 20 under 25 models in Kenya competition, and we give them a purpose. From modeling, that there's this thing called beauty with a purpose, where if you win a pageant or you're a fashion model, you adopt a project in society, like an environmental conservation project, like a wildlife conservation project, or a Jiga campaign, or a PADS campaign. So donation of uniforms is a way of giving back to society, is a way of impacting society, and models are at the forefront of adopting such initiatives. So we said we come up with this project, we make it a competition, and in the competition, models are supposed to raise funds for the schools they want to donate to. So for example, maybe you come from Mount Kenya, and a very needy school in your community, your home area. It could be the school you attended when you're in primary. It could be a school in your neighboring area that is really, really needy. So you say you want to support this school, you join the competition, you say why you are supporting the school. Are you sure the school is needy? Do you have accurate data that the school needs these resources? And then you join the competition. So in the competition, you're encouraging people to raise funds, but the funds will be used to tailor uniforms for donation in the school that you selected. And the model now becomes the lead person for this project. So they'll be the ones doing the donation exercises. They'll even be the ones inviting more partners and more sponsors to join the donation programs, talking to the local county governments and all other stakeholders in the neighboring communities where they come from.
So how do these models participate now? The models out there who would want to be part of the team in the top 20 under 25, how do they get into the campaign? How do they participate, and what are the requirements?
Yeah, we have been posting articles and information about the campaign on our social media pages and our website. Our website is photofreak.com. Photofreak is photofreak.com. And joining the competition is easy. You just have to be under 25 years of age. You just have to be maybe a model, an upcoming model or an established model. It doesn't matter. You join the competition, you select the school that you want to support. You say why you want to support that school. You upload some of your pictures that will be used in making campaign posters for this campaign. And then so judging there's a judging criteria for the winners of the competition, because we're only selecting the top 20.
Yes.
Of course, being a models competition, you would want to know what has this person achieved in the industry.
Yes.
Yeah. Apart from this campaign that now we want to raise funds, there's obviously those who have gone out of their way to do other initiatives before this one.
Yes.
In terms of pageant events, in terms of high fashion events. So we have a judging criteria where we look at your profile, we look at how much money you've raised in the campaign, we look at how much even socially you are online. Because we are in the days of showbiz, we're in the days of digital marketing and content creation, and we want models to be brand ambassadors, and it's very hard to become a brand ambassador without social media influence.
Yes, true.
So we also encourage our models to have, that big publicity image out there. So we look at all these things, and then we are able to come up with the top 20 list at the end of the competition.
Top 20 now under 25.
Yeah.
Maybe these models are wondering, yes, I will participate and maybe bring in funds, but then what do I stand to gain as a model?
As a model, you, like I've said, you are the lead person in this project. So this is your project, actually. The money will be used by, of course, it will be used by Third Station Textiles to tailor the uniforms, but you are the one who's selecting the school. You're the one who will lead the...
So it is your project.
It is your project.
It is a project for your portfolio.
For your portfolio. It is even encouraging you to raise, to have resource mobilization skills. Because when you adopt this project and you get this little money money that you'll get from this fundraising, you now have the responsibility of even getting more partners on board. And, getting more partners on board means more presence out there in terms of opportunities that you'll have access to, even in your county government, in your local, you could be the ambassador for this project, So in terms of participating in the project, of course, you're going to get an award as, being among the top 20, recognized among the top 20 models. You're going to get resources that you have to manage. You're going to have a project that I know there's so many models out there who really want to have a project, but they don't know where to start. They don't know where to begin. Or they've won many other competitions, in their local towns, but they didn't adopt any project. So this is an opportunity for a model to really showcase the kind of impact that they can bring to society through the competition.
Wow. Maybe someone is wondering, if and when I become now the top 20 under 25, will I eventually be part of the team? Will I eventually be permanently or temporarily part of your team now in moving forward with your other campaigns?
Yes, we intend to do this top 20 under 25 models in Kenya yearly, because we want this to be a continuous program and give opportunities to others as well. But of course, having now established a working relationship with us, we have a number of benefits that we have listed on our website, or on how you're going to benefit as a model, working with us in our other campaigns and our other partners and sponsors. Yes, so definitely it is going to be a long journey.
What kind of sponsorships and partnerships like would you be looking for rather to join the team to maybe enhance it and make it better?
Yeah, of course, we're looking for partners who manufacture or are in the space of education. We're looking for education supporters or companies that deal with items that are used by school-going children, in terms of books, in terms of shoes, in terms of bags.
So eventually, you don't want it to just be uniform.
Not uniforms only, because when you go to do the donation, you want it to be a holistic exercise.
Yeah.
That's why I've said the model will now have the responsibility of even bringing other partners on board. So on the day of taking the Shatirinda campaign donation, we also have other organizations bringing other items. We also have other kind of forms of support from other organizations and also individuals. So we're looking for all corporate organizations that are willing to support education programs. I know different corporate organizations have different ways of doing their impact in society, but this one touches on the heart of every Kenyan parent, on the heart of every Kenyan grown up, because everybody wants the young children to grow and to succeed and to come up just like they have. Yeah.
So like you, how do you plan your schedule in regards to now the schools you're going to visit, how you're going to visit them, maybe in a month, in 2 months? How do you have your time planned out?
Yeah, so the competition has just begun. We are currently in the process of registering models. We'll do registration for a month, and then we'll start the fundraising campaign and online competition for 2 months. So we are looking at February or late January for announcement of results, and then there's a process of tailoring, but of course tailoring does not take us a very long time. We do tailoring in like 2 weeks, and then after that we now arrange. We also have to organize with the schools, because schools have their own schedules. So a school will tell you on a certain day, maybe we have this activity, would prefer that you come on this day. So it's a process that also has to, we have to liaise with the schools where we're going to before we set a date for the donations in that school.
Okay. Moving forward, if there's someone or an individual out there who would be interested to participate, maybe send in donations, finances, textile, how would they go about it?
They can get in touch with us. We are all over on social media, and we are currently sharing, of course, our website with the fashion magazine. Our website is still coming up, but they can get in touch with us via email address thirstishonakenya@gmail.com, shatirindakenya@gmail.com, thirstishona@gmail.com. We've also been having our own crowdfunding campaign on a platform called Mchanga, where we've also just been raising funds before we even started the competition. But they can also get in touch with us via phone number 0741 069 095.
Please take us through the number again.
0741 069 095. Yeah.
The website?
The website is photofreak.com, photofreak.com. Yeah.
Interesting. Earlier on, let me divert kidogo, since you're in the fashion and beauty industry. I had asked the men to let us know whether they have a skincare routine. Do you have a skincare routine?
Interesting question. I think for most men, we would tend to think most men want a skincare routine if you have a skin problem. Men are not like the everyday kind of thing. But of course, we clean up. Skincare routine could be as simple as cleaning up your face before you go to bed, or a hot towel, a warm towel, you clean up your face nicely, and many different people react to different products differently. So yes, personally, I have a skincare routine. I try to make sure that I don't touch my face all the time. Yeah, just kind of making sure that I clean my face before going to bed, clean your face properly in the morning. In terms of products, I haven't gotten into use of so many products, but I always try to check the manufacturing details in terms of how my skin can react to different products before I get to use them.
Because I have some feedback here. I had asked the audience as well. So we have Maria Manu. This is a female individual. I use face masks, toner, moisturizer, and sunscreen to make my face glow. And we have Profound Matoi, soap and water. Alafu kamafuta kwa umbali kwisha. I am good to go, and even this is overdoing. Manaume ni kuparara. That's what I heard them say.
Yeah.
Well, there's no harm in having a man glowing, right?
Yeah, there's
no harm in having glowing skin. Hata kama mafuta sio, hata ka Vaseline, hata ka Remis. Kadogo too, you know. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Clive. Looking forward to... When is the event for the Shaturinda campaign?
It is a process. It is not like a one-day event.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like I've said, we're in the registration process. We are registering models to sign up for the competition, and then we'll open up the competition for voting and raising funds and publicity and social media, and then we'll now announce winners in late January, and then we'll have an event in February to crown the winners of the competition, and then we'll begin the process of tailoring, producing the uniforms for the schools, and then we'll give out the uniforms to the schools.
So for anyone who would like to participate as a partner and as a sponsor for the event, you've said they contact you on the number you gave, which you can still give again.
Yeah, you can get in touch with us. If you're not able to maybe find the website or get the link for registration, just call or WhatsApp 0741 069 095.
I am so jealous that when I participated in this event, I was number four.
Yeah, you're number 4.
Why didn't we have all this? Why wasn't I'm honestly genuinely jealous. I mean, tell you guys, I used to be a model. You see, like it's a joke. I was a model, and I once participated. It was the top 20 under 23 at the time. I was still a young girl. Anyway, for those wondering what the Shaturinda campaign is, like he has said, it's a platform to provide uniform to vulnerable children, and moving forward he would want to provide shoes, books, everything that entails a school going student. So if you're out there and you have a donation, make sure you reach out to their website, which is Photofreak, and he has given a spelling FOTOPRPHREAK.com, right?
Yes.
So please reach out, support. Giving back to the society has never been a bad thing, and you can never go wrong with giving back to the society. The Bible says, what does it say? Service to humanity is service to God. I am sorry, you may hanky dog, it happens. Service to humanity is service to God. So, support the society. Clive, anything you'd like to say before we close?
Yeah, just my parting shot, maybe to corporate organizations that are out there and looking for to impact society, is that at a time when the cost of living is skyrocketing every time, at a time when fuel is going up, basic commodities is going up, taxes are being increased every day. And we have this parent who's even struggling with providing the necessities for CBC curriculum. I know we are reviewing it, but education has become very expensive in Kenya.
I agree.
And you can imagine that low parent down there.
This is completely a bit out of topic, but yesterday I came across, what are they called? The newsletters that are given to kids to take to their parents. And part of the CBC curriculum was saying that this child, the following day was supposed to go to school with 5 smokies, 5 drumsticks, 5 liters of cooking oil, and there was tomatoes, I think, dania, vegetables to go for a cooking class. But then I asked myself, how would a vulnerable parent, not even any parent, afford 5 liters of cooking oil in this economy? And my question was even, how do you cook 5 smokies with 5 liters of cooking oil? And then I was also wondering, assuming this class has like 20 students, so if every student comes with 5 liters of cooking oil, you want to tell me you will cook 20 times 5 is 100. You will cook 100 smokies with 100 liters of cooking oil. It does not make sense. But anyway, we are glad that it's being reviewed. And like you said, to the vulnerable parent, it's not as fair to everyone. So provide support if you can.
So we are encouraging corporate organizations to come out and support this parent, because a school uniform has been the basic need for a school-going child from a long time ago. And now that we're reviewing a curriculum, we want to make it better. now the parent has to shift attention to these other things, or has to now wonder, what will I do? So we know that there's a lot of such challenges. Even for that child, they get frustrated because if my parent is not giving me cooking oil,
you feel like you're not fitting in.
You don't feel like you're not fitting in. You don't have the courage to go to school. My friends will laugh at me. We are poor at home. So a basic school uniform could just be the only motivating factor for this child.
True.
And now also, in the fashion industry, Africa is growing, and Kenya is also growing, and Kenya has been at the forefront of Africa, has been the leader of Africa in many aspects. We've seen in technology, Kenya has done it. You now have Microsoft and Google setting up offices in Kenya.
They are like the backbone.
Yeah, we've done it in athletics. We have the Kipchoges who are winning marathons, and beating their own records. We've done it in acting. We have the Lupita Nyong'o. We have NBA now in Africa. So the next level of Kenya, the next level that Kenya should conquer is fashion. And we want, the big brands to set up their headquarters in Kenya. We want the big brands to bring their manufacturing processes to Kenya. And that can only be possible when we put our fashion industry at the forefront.
Wow, thank you so much, Clive. We really appreciated joining us today.
Thank you.
We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for your time and your knowledge. To everyone out there, please donate if you can. Share the little that you have with those that do not have. Like I said, giving goes along with the hand that gives always receives. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be coming back with Ashley Asachi on a beauty hack after this short break.
What's up, guys? It's another episode of Beauty Hack, and I'm excited to do it with you. Today, we are here in Golden Bubble Spa getting a professional facial. Let's see how the process entails. Let's see some of the people who've come here. Let's see some of the challenges that are faced here, and you will see how worthwhile it is to get a facial. Come with me.
My name is Metrin Sifuma from Golden Bubble Spa. I normally do massage, pedicure, and we also have body scrubs, steam bath, and specifically here we are going to do facial. First, we'll start by wiping the client's face to remove sweat. When you're wiping the client, you're supposed to wipe upwards, strokes.
Why?
Because when you wipe downwards, it's like you are edging her skin. So you have to tighten the muscles. So after that, then you put cleansing to remove dirt.
Having facials as expensive as people think. Why do some people feel like it's kind of costly for them to do it often? What's your say about it?
It's not expensive, but it depends with your skin. There are those people that have pustules and papules all over their skin. So for them, I can say it's a bit expensive because you have to use some specific products for you to heal the skin. Yeah. Then after that, it's scrubbing. So for us, we use apricot scrub for all skin type.
What if I want for specifically my skin type? Can I get it?
When the clients come, you see, for her it is normal skin. Like it's not that it doesn't have the pustules. So for it is me to say whether I'm supposed to use the specific one because I will check on the skin of the client. Because there's other clients, they don't know their skin type. So for me, because I've learned about it, I'll have to advise her, we are supposed to use this to heal your skin. And when doing scrub, you just use the same movement for the same reason.
How long does a full facial take place, average?
Like 45 minutes. And we also have some facials. Here we don't have that machine, but there is a facial machine that you normally use to tighten the muscles for massages. There is the one you use for the jaws to tighten these jaws. When the client, maybe he or she is old.
Old.
Yeah.
Who are your regular customers when you do facials? Is it in terms of demographics, age-wise, the young people, teenagers, old people, middle-aged, youth?
Mostly they're youths, and for massages, they're old people because they need that massage for doing exercises and all that. For them it's hard for them to go to the gym and they have some complications that they need specific massage to heal the places. Yeah. The scrubbing, it helps for exfoliating the skin, removing the dead skin. Yeah. So before you put the steam on her face, you have to protect her face with a dry cotton wool, because when you use wet, the steam will hit the cotton wool, then it will burn there. Like for example, if the person has the pustules and papules, you'll put the ozone. It will help to remove those oils from the skin. But if the person has the normal skin, you can just put the vapor.
So what are some of the stereotypes that people have in the society about having facials?
Like mostly men, they think that doing facial is like being a woman or something like that, but it's good for you to treat your skin. It's not that when you do facial you are doing something wrong. Because I can advise like there are men who have some issues with their skin when they do haircut. It's good to do facial. Like when you do that facial, you'll do a face tip, which will help you to remove those pustules in the correct way. Because when you just peel them and pop them out without steaming, they leave that mark. That's when you see people having marks on their face. Yeah, so it helps. Steaming helps in that. Yeah.
Roughly, how much does it cost for one to have a facial here in Golden Bubbles?
For facial, it's a full facial, it is 5,000. But for face steam, it is 2,500. But you get the cleansing and you also get the scrub and then you steam. Yeah. And we also have the face scrub, whereby you don't get this steam. You just steam with the towel, but you will remove those pustules and papules. For Golden Bubble, I can say that we use good products for facials. So it is fair for your skin and it doesn't react with your skin. It is a friendly product to your skin. Yeah.
Use legit things.
True.
Changes that are in the facial industry world.
Yeah, we do have challenges. Like a client can come and do a facial and the products react on their skin. But it's not that it is a bad product. You know, normally when you do facial, we do with mask. Mostly mask reacts with the skin. Your skin might be looking good, but inside it has some things that are supposed to come out. So the mask normally pulls those things from the skin, inside the skin. Then it comes out of the skin. Then maybe you think that your skin is reacting with the products or what, but it's healing your skin. So the clients come, you have destroyed my skin, you're like this. So when you explain to them, at least they understand what is going on. Yeah. After steaming, you have to use this light, but you are supposed to cover the client because the light is a bit harsh.
What's the light for?
It is used to check the pustules. You see, when you just look at the skin like this, you can't see anything. But if you use the light, it has some lens that will show you where the pustules and the pupils are. So after steaming, you'll use the sun to remove those pustules and pupils. So you remove them after steaming so that they don't leave the marks. Yeah.
Now for me to be able to actually work in a place where they offer facials, should I have knowledge of skins, type of skins, or I just learn it in the job?
For you to work to this place?
Yes. For facials generally anywhere. I'm imagining, do I have to have a bit of knowledge about skins, types of skins that are there for me to be able to work with someone efficiently?
Very true, because you can't work on someone if you don't know the tissues and how the diseases that are not supposed to be worked on. So you just have to have that knowledge, because also to use this team you have to have knowledge also. You can burn the skin of the client.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So you just have to have that knowledge for you to work on a client. I can't lie to you that you'll just come, then you see the way I'm doing, then you do it. The benefits of doing massage for the skin, for your face, it also helps you to tighten the muscles. And after doing those processes on your face, you just have to do massage before you put the mask, because there's also, after doing the steam, the pores are open. Then the skin normally reacts to the clients. When you just put immediately after doing the steam, then you put the mask immediately. It will react with the skin.
Can you just come out from doing what you've done as steam and just put on makeup?
I can't advise you like that, because if you want to put on makeup after doing the facial, what you are supposed to do, you have to close the pores first. Because when the pores are open, that
increases the risk of infections.
It will react with your skin. Then after massage, that's when you put the mask. And mostly for me, I prefer putting the mask when there is oil on the skin. Because for the mask, there are those masks that they normally destroy the skin. Because the use of the mask is to tighten the muscles. And when it has oil, at least it will help you to not to make it so tight. Yeah. You're supposed to avoid this area because it's sensitive And also the mask maybe might go into
the eyes.
Yeah. And you are also supposed to tell the client not to talk. And she should face up, because the way the mask is working, it is tightening the muscles. So when you laugh, your muscles will go this way.
Tightening.
Yeah. Or maybe it will pull your muscles to come this way. Then it will edge your skin. Yeah.
So how long roughly does the mask stay on her face?
On her face, 15 minutes to 20 minutes.
What are some of the side effects of doing facials?
Sometimes when you do facials, when the product goes wrong, you have rashes.
To react with your skin?
Yeah, it reacts with the skin.
So now you've removed her mask?
Yes, so after removing the mask, you are supposed to tone the skin to remove the excess dirt that has remained for the mask, and also to tone the skin. So toning the skin, you are supposed just to tap like this. Then after that, you moisturize the skin. Like for us, our products, we have the night products for moisturizing your skin and the day products for moisturizing your skin. Yes. So for now, because it's still day, we'll use the day cream for moisturizing the skin. And before that, we have the eye cream to protect the wrinkles under your eyes. So you're supposed to apply that.
Mi naitwa Jacqueline Anyango, nimekuja hapa kwa salon kufanyiwa scrub ya macho, face wash. Na feel niko sawa, si vile nilikuwa. Hata ningependa naweza leta client mwingine pia afanywe vile mimi nimefeel.
So Maitri, what are the services? Tell us all the services Golden Bubble Spa has to offer for the clients.
Okay, for Golden Bubble, we normally do massages. We also do makeup. We have hairdressing. We have barber, where the haircuts are being done. And we also have body scrubs and waxing and also facials. Those are the services we offer. For like massages, it ranges from 3,500 to 8,000, and it depends with the service you want to do for massage, because we have different types of massages. For hair dressing, it depends with the things you want to do, maybe braiding.
The hairstyle.
Yeah, the hairstyle also.
And you also mentioned you also make wigs.
Yeah, we do make wigs, and our wigs, they're good quality. So it ranges from 25,000 to 40K. Yeah.
So what has been your most memorable time working in Golden Bubble Spa?
Golden Bubble Spa, it is a nice place. I have worked here for like 4 years, and it was a favorable place. I just feel good working at this
place.
You've
interacted with?
Yeah, I have interacted with many people from different places, the celebs, like Amo, there is Lit Boy, Kwamboka, Sandra, Kithure. Yeah, and also our Honorable Kidiki. Yeah.
Oh, quite a number. They just come in here for various services.
Yeah, they do different services.
What was your worst experience? I know every job, every hustle has a worst experience. Just tell us one. If there are many, just give us just that one.
Okay. Like for example, in massage you have different things that normally happen. You might get a client coming for a massage and his or her intention is not massage.
Hi. Tell us your name and what you actually do here in Golden Bubble Spa.
I am Shafi Abdul Karim. Nafanyanga kama nail technician. Type ya nails yote tunafanya. Pia tunafunzanga wale wanataka kufunza kuwa wa nail technician expert.
Oh, how has your experience been ever since ulianza kuwork hapa?
Iko sawa sana kabisa kulingana na situation na venye election ilikuwa si poa, watu hawakuwa in town, but sahi tuko sawa sana, iko fit.
Watu wakuje wafanye makucha.
Watu wakuje tuwafanye makucha, matips, machero, makamche, affiliates, everything. Mkuje.
Training mnafunza it's free or you charge a fee?
Yeah, tunacharge, but charges unakuja tunakufunza within 3 months unaweza kuwa tu technician.
So now even as we finish up, what's the one thing you'd like to tell people out there watching? Tell them why they should actually come here to Golden Bubble Spa for their services.
What I can tell them that Golden Bubble Spa is the comfortable place. You feel relaxed when you come in. Maybe you are tired or what, you go out just spreading good news.
Good news.
Yeah.
Good vibes. Thank you, Metrin, for having this interview.
Thank you
and
so
we'll
much.
probably tell people to come to Golden Bubble Spa for all the services. We've seen how you've gotten Jacqueline a good and how she has liked your services. So asante sana.
Okay, thank you so much.
So guys, you heard about all the services that Golden Bubble Spa has to offer. They're located here in Muthaiga Square and you can get them to get your facial, to get your massages, to get your nails, to get your hair and your shaving. You can find them on all their social media platforms that they just displayed, and you will be back here for more and more services. Until the next time we get to have fun here on Beauty Hack, I've been your host, Ashley Asachi. Bye. Thank you, Asachi, for that feature. I hope you've learned something. I really do hope you've learned something. I was just realizing some of the things I've learned before, like the fact that you're supposed to wash your face going upwards and the importance of facials. You've seen the lady who we've just witnessed having her facial. You've seen the difference. You've seen the glow that was there immediately after she's had her facial. So please, make it a point to go to Golden Spa, go have your facials done, go have your massage, go have your nails done, go be babied, go have some good treatment all over yourself. Go love on yourself, yeah? I have some feedback from Dixon Chiedo. Can women be facialed? I heard you calling it cleansing. Yes, you can be facialed. Facial is for everyone. It doesn't have to be female. Even you as a man. Actually, you'd be surprised that you'd glow better than me. Jovial Ray, loving the show, Nina. Should try the Swedish massage. It will do you justice. Relaxation of the muscles. I would love to. I will write this down. Thank you. You also have Dan Mulati Biggie. Nice going, Chichi. Thank you so much for tuning in up until now. We will be coming back to you on our next launch with the artist of the day. We have Delight from the US here to take us through her musical journey. Do not touch that dial. We will be going into a short break.
Bila shaka, mbiu ya mgambo ikilia, kuna jambo. Na sasa, katika QTV Rise Today, makala ya TBT. Tunaongeza kuni, tunawasha moto. Tunaingia barabarani kuangalia hali ilivyo. Takwimu za korona na kupa habari zinazojiri na zinazokuhusu na kujuza na kukumbusha yaliyotendeka siku kama hii ndani ya historia. Kisha na kuletea wageni na wataalam, tudadavui, tufahamu na tuchukue nafasi yetu kama vijana katika uongozi, uchumi na masuala ya kisiasa nchini. Na joto likizidi, tunaingia uwanjani, tunachambua spoti ya Kenya. Ni kila Alhamisi saa 1 hadi saa 4 asubuhi, nami Vincent Maina almaarufu Ojwang mtoto wa Mariam, ndani ya QTV, a new experience.
Prostate cancer is a type of cancer that affects the prostate gland. It is highly treatable if detected early.
As you grow old, the risk of having prostate cancer become high. Men above 65 years and above, you find that 2/3 of patients with prostate cancer, their age is 65 and above.
Hello everyone, this is the new chapter of Let's Be Fit. I'll be host DiCaplo. I'm here to give you various workouts. I'll be having different trainers. We'll have Zumba classes, we'll have aerobics classes, we'll have box exercise, we'll have kata box, just name. The show comes every Thursday from 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. Keep it locked. Make sure we keep fit. And that's it from me to you. Let's be fit.
Motocross is a form of off-road motorcycling held in enclosed road circuits. In Kenya, most of the races are held at the Jamhuri grounds. In today's episode of The Future, we focus on young motocross enthusiasts from Kenya and neighboring Uganda.
tell me everything I wanna know. Why can't we love like you? Why can't we be so good? Yeah, I wake up every day in fear, seeing people suffering and dying everywhere. Tell me it's gonna be okay. Tell me it's gonna be fine. Oh, Lord, bless us all. Don't let them break us all. Oh, I'm begging you, pick up your phone, 'cause I really need to talk to you. Do not forsake us all. Make you protect us all. Oh, I'm begging, please, pick up your phone, 'cause I really need to talk to you. What's your number? I wanna call you. The matter don't tire me. What's your number? I wanna call you. The matter don't tire me. Oh, I know you know they sleep. Anytime I call you, God, I know say you go pick. 'Cause you truly love me, you gave me a chance. Turn my world around and made me feel right. Oh no, you made the water pass. Father, we can put together, made a solid wall. Everybody all come together as one. Let us love each other more. Oh, Lord, bless us all. Don't let them break us all. Oh, I'm begging you, pick up your phone, 'cause I really need to talk to you. Do not forsake us all. Make you protect us all. Oh, I'm begging, please, pick up your phone, 'cause I really need to talk to you. What's your number? I wanna call you. The matter don't tire me. What's your number? I wanna call you. The matter don't tire me. Answer it, answer it, make you answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it. Come on, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it. Because answer it, answer it, answer it. Answer me, answer me, answer it. I'm begging you, please, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it, answer it. Make it answer me, answer it, answer it, answer it.
Thank you so much. That was Delight, but that was Dear God by the one and only Delight. Hi, Delight.
Hey, hi.
Hi, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good, thank you. You look beautiful.
You look so gorgeous as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have such amazing music. Maybe take us through who is Delight? Who is Delight when she's not making music?
Delight is professionally, Delight is a beauty woman. She's someone that has anything to do with beauty. She's a friend, she's a sister, she's name it, she's a stylist. She's a beauty consultant. That's what I do here in the US.
That's nice. That's nice. Maybe take us through what inspires you to make your music.
Okay, when I was younger, originally, let me let you be the first to know that originally I love sports. I wanted to play football, but my family won't let me. I love table tennis. I play table tennis. I play lawn tennis, and each time I go to practice, my elder sister would beat me. Like, they don't want me playing football with men. The African parents thing, you can't be seen with men. You can't be seen doing what men do. So I'll be in the house alone. I'll start listening to songs, start listening to Whitney Houston, listening to Mariah Carey, and then I'll start rewriting. I will use the instrumental to rewrite my song. And that was how I started writing songs, because they stopped me from playing football, and I got into writing songs, writing music just to feel cool with myself, and music was more like a best friend to me. And that was how I started writing songs.
Interesting. What inspires you to get up every morning? What is that one thing you wake up in the morning and you say, I have to do this, I have to get this? What inspires you every single morning?
What inspires me every single morning? Life inspires me, because not everybody sleeps and wakes up the next day. For the fact that I'm alive, for the fact that I was able to sleep and wake up in the morning, that kicks me to do my daily activities.
Interesting. What collaborations do you have, the music that you've created? How many collaborations, or what are some of the potential collaborations that you'd like to have?
Okay, so I've done some collaborations with people from here. I've done collaboration with King Herb B. I did a song with Fresh Amazing. And I'm also looking forward to collaborating with people that are already in the industry and making way. Like, I like Yemi Alade. I want to work with Yemi Alade. I love to work with female. And, this baffles me because I haven't seen female come together to do songs. It happens even home and abroad. Men always have collaborations. They could meet the first day and they're writing songs. But for women, it's a little bit difficult because, every woman wants to be the queen. Every woman wants to be the queen, So I really wish to work with Yemi Alade. I wish to work with Tiwa Savage. I want to work with Shay. I want to work there's a lady I saw I watched her video some days ago, Kemani from Cameroon. I love to work with Kemani.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to all of that. And I will make it happen.
Mm-hmm. What do you think we women can do differently to support each other? What is it we can do to make the industry better? Like you're saying, women, everyone wants to shine by themselves, but what can we do differently?
Okay, before I answer that, I'll tell you one thing about myself. I'm a lover of women. I love to see women work together because most times I go out, I see people get intimidated, and I go like, I'm a woman like you. You're not competing.
Yeah.
Let's work together. I was telling a female artist here, Miss Gikunda. She's a beautiful singer, and I was like, you know what? Let's come together. We have the power. We are a force.
Mm-hmm.
If we could, conquer together. And so I see it as women need to love themselves. We need to love each other. And we need to realize that there's no competition in life. There's no competition. Like, my own greatest competition is the me of yesterday, because I want to be better than the me of yesterday. I want the today me to be better than yesterday. So I feel if we learn to love each other genuinely, without having the idea of, competition, I'm better than this one, I'm finer than this one, I have a more beautiful voice than this one, because I feel we all are unique in our own ways, and that's what makes us stand up.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to come together.
Mm-hmm. You have new music. You have a song you released about 2-3 weeks ago, Legit.
Yes.
Maybe take us through the journey to creating Legit.
Okay. Legit is about a young girl who is looking for Mr. Right. Mm-hmm. It's about a young girl who is in love with someone, and the person keeps taking her for granted, and she's like, you know what? Hey, you're not legit. Just take a sip. We can talk with no stress, but don't tell me, nonsense. And she's saying, hey, I'm leaving you not because, I really wish to leave you. I love you, but I need to leave because I need to have my peace of mind. I need to have, I need to protect my mental health. I live in the US where we have a lot of things going on. We have people committing suicide. We have people, going crazy every now and then. We have people doing drugs and some of those things are the curse of it, where you keep having problems with your partner and you guys know you are toxic. You guys know you're not fit together. You cannot come to understand each other. The best thing is to just create peace and just, stay away from each other. In the video, it shows a girl who is mentally deranged, who is gradually going crazy, and was talking to a mannequin, like having in mind that, okay, if we keep quarreling like this, I might end up doing this. I might end up killing you, or you might end up killing me. And it has been happening here where people shoot he's our partner. People should be a partner, or because, it's toxic. So that's what Legit is all about. It's saying, hey, I'm protecting my peace of mind. I'm leaving you. You just have to go so that I can have my life. And that's what Legit is all about.
Nice, interesting. Has the music been received as you had perceived as when you were writing it and producing it?
Well, yes, to an extent, yes. I get love from people from the East Africa more. I get love from people from here also, and so far people like the song, and I'm just trying my best possible with my team to make sure the song gets across, to all and sundry, at least.
Nice. Do you have any upcoming music, maybe an EP, an album, singles, something we should be waiting for now after Legit?
Yes. Okay, yes. I have an EP coming out, and it's going to be coming out first week in November. November is my birth month. So I always bring out either new songs, EP, because that is my gift to the world. I cannot reach out to everybody, but, I have a way of saying, hey, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for not leaving me alone to do this on my own. And I always bring out a song, and I always bring out a video. But this time around, I will bring out an EP that will be about 5 songs, and this is to say thank you to everyone. And also, I usually have my own personal show that is Hang Out with Delight. And Hang Out with Delight is an entertainment program, music, comedy event show, which also serves as a platform for more up-and-coming artists. And also, I'm even thinking of doing the all-female, like Girls and Rampaging, all-female edition, because I got tired of female not being in competition with themselves when the men are working together and they are really, really making weight in the industry. If you notice, I don't know if you notice this, in every country, we have more men in the industry than women, because a lot of women keep struggling and they don't get to that height they want to get to. And at the end of the day, they just back out. So I was like, okay, you know what? I called a few of my friends. I said, girls, what do you think about this? You sing, and truly, there are no, I'm in America. It's kind of hard in America also, to get to that, point you want to get to. So, and if there's so many independent artists, I feel it's high time they came together and, create something. Like I told them, I said, y'all stay in the US, don't stay back, I'm ready. I want to work with you. I like you. I want to work with you. Let's come together. Let's have an all-female musician, let's have all-female, show edition of the event. And that's what I'm going to do on my birthday. So I'm going to be singing with beautiful sisters, beautiful women, and we're going to take over the show.
Nice. It's good to see that you're trying to change the industry and make it better and do something positive. Now, as we wind up, what would you like to tell your fans? Maybe a parting shot, something interesting that you'd love to tell your followers and your fans for your music and even for your craft on social media and every other place.
Okay, so this is it for me. Before I see anything about, the regular, hey, follow me on Instagram, be on my page, I will tell you one thing. Your peace of mind is the most important thing. Your mental health is so important. So anything that makes you happy is what you should do, especially you. The word is Y-O-U, you. You come first in everything. You matter most in everything, because if you do not love you and work more into finding you back, you won't be able to help others. So I would say, be true to yourself, be good to you, love yourself so that you can be able to love others more. And also, stay good to my page, and you hear more of Delight and more entertaining music from me.
You have an upcoming event. Maybe take us through the event before you wind up.
Okay, so like I said earlier on, the event is called Hang Out with Delight. And it's taking place right here in Houston, Texas, live at Ebony Restaurant, and it's on Westheimer Road. It's music, comedy, dance, networking, fashion, you know. So it's gonna be an entertaining event, and you're gonna watch me live with my beautiful sisters perform. I play live. I have a band. I love to play live. I love to sing live. Because it makes me be in control of time, and it's gonna be entertaining. It's taking place November 20 on my birthday, 7 p.m. And I like people to come. Maybe when next I'm happy, you could be invited.
Thank you. Where can your fans and followers maybe get this information, or rather reach out to you in regards to the event? And as you tell us that, please also do share with us your social media platforms.
Okay, so you can get more information and you can follow, to get more details, you can follow me on Instagram, DLYTEBAABY. I'll spell it again. Delight Baby. It's DLYTEBAABY. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can get more details and more highlights on the show.
Thank you so much, Delight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your craft and you're doing such an amazing job.
Thank you.
And we'd like maybe for you to perform for us legit as we close the show.
I'll be delighted to do that.
Thank you, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you.
And I also believe you won't leave me. You won't leave me, right? You won't leave me. But if you choose to leave, don't say I didn't warn you.
much for joining us up until this far. The show has been blissful, has been beautiful. It wouldn't be what it has been without you joining us. So thank you so much. I'd like to read some feedback as we wind up. We have Asman Mdigo. Good morning, Gikunda. The show is just a vibe. I love today's guest, especially the Shati Winda campaign. Also, kudos to Ashley and the team of the Beauty Hack Show. Thank you so much, Asman, for joining us. And thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for keeping it lively. We've all learned a lot. And to everyone, we've all gotten to understand that it's important for you to take care of your skin and ensure that your skin is healthy. We've also gotten to understand the aspect of, of making the society a better place through the Shati Winda campaign, whereby we've said if you have something you can donate, be it textile, money, anything that can help a vulnerable child stay in school, please be sure to give something. Be the change that we need in the society. We also had Clarence Muhoro. Clarence has taught us the importance of investment when you are still young. Buying shares, getting into government bonds, everything investment. So I do hope you've learned something. If you've just joined us, it's never too late. You can always catch this show, catch a repeat or a rewind of the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Our YouTube page is KUTV Kenya and Facebook is KUTV Kenya. So catch the show there. You can watch, learn what we've learned. And thank you so much once again. I really, really do appreciate how you join us and, stay with us up until the end. I don't take that for granted. If you want to reach out to me, my personal handles are at Wangari Gikunda across all social media platforms. Thank you so much. Have yourself a lovely, lovely day in a lovely, lovely week. Be productive. Take care of your skin. I'll see you tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. for Beyond Limits. See you next